Yes, indeed. We're starting a little earlier tonight just so I can get a few announcements out because I have to tell you that we have a lot of exciting things going on here. So at the same time, I do make a few trips because, you know, other people need the services of a comedy coach, rabbis, priests, real estate people. You have no idea who needs help with comedy. You don't know who needs. Oh, I thought we were wearing sunglasses. You know what's so funny? These aren't even prescription. It's hysterical, isn't it? But I have to have my eyes protected because they hurt all the time in the light. And I hate eyes too, by the way. I hate eyes. I actually cut my eyelid with my own hair. Listen, my nanny. I used to have really long hair, and my nanny told me not to let my kids pull my hair because they can cut their fingers. And I said that's impossible. I was like, okay, all right. I cut my hair with my eye. I cut my eye with my hair, my eyelid. I was dancing after I had my hair like flat iron, like pin straight, and slit my eye. That's craziness. I don't even know why I'm telling you that. I hate eyes, and I just said I again. Most comedians start the sentence with I. They do. When you hear them, it's I. I had somebody on the second class saying, when am I going to make money at this instead of throwing out money? And I was like, you could leave right now. You know what I'm saying? And take the refund because I can't take that. There's so many ways to do comedy and so many realms that I don't often talk about except when I used to do classes. And see how I almost fell? I have to get my stool. There's so many classes that really don't tell you like it is. And I hope that if you're watching and you take a comedy class, that if somebody tells you you're not ready to go on stage after they've worked with you, then maybe you need to get a new teacher and get a refund. That's all I'm saying. And that's the rejection that happens to a lot of people that start out doing improv. I was one of those people. I thought it was great, but I was being entertained. I didn't realize that. You know what I mean? Like when it was time for me to work, I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. You know, but I did it. But I was just as great as anyone else. And they told me I wasn't ready. And I said, you mean I got left back? Like, I got left back? Like, you kidding me, right? And ironically, one of the girls there that was in my class was like, oh, she was in the top tier with this improv. She's still a waitress at the same club that we all work in New York. And she's transferred since then to stand-up, but it can do a lot for all of you. And the reason I'm saying this is because we have a new location that has opened in Beverly Hills, and we're starting to promote it, and it's really beautiful. The address is 291. That's what I was going to say. 291. Listen, this is 10835, okay? I'm at 10, okay? Now we're talking about 291 South La Cienega, and it's a rooftop. It's just great. Name that comic. We're still going strong. We're on Sundays, and we have to support stand-up comedy to keep this place open. Yes, we do. And when I get back, and I'm on like both feet, I'm on both hooves after my surgery, because I'm getting foot surgery. That was just so crazy that they have to break my toe again to make it look right. Like, I don't care, but I don't want to hurt. And then my husband says, what do you mean you need anesthesia? That's crazy. That's cruel. That's like giving you a C-section. Okay, let's give another example. That's like a root canal with nothing. I could do that. I like root canals, actually, because I know that tooth will not cause me any more pain. That's all I care about. I've got to get my teeth together. If you find any on the floor, I'm missing 2. One is gold and real, and it's a crown. So when you're up here, do what you do. Do your best. I can't tell you what to do. I can only tell you that you're a reflection of yourself. And the people who get booked here, I don't give anybody a job. I'm no guarantee of employment. Everybody who gets booked here doing stuff, they do it on their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it up for Jason Hamm over here, Ryan Benson, because you can't get all this stuff. And you would never be able to get into these doors if it wasn't for the queen herself, the comedy concierge, Samantha Linderman. No, I'm serious, because things are changing. I'm not going to be able to walk. They told me I have to sit my butt down. I was like, oh, my God, what's my husband going to do? I know he's going to do. He's going to break his toe. He's going to break his toe. He had any ailment I have, he has, and he can't have those ailments. Cramps. I said, Mark, come on. Then once I was clogged, not to get personal, but like I was like, I was suffering. He was like, oh, I have chest pains. I was, you don't have chest pains. But that's what Jews do. They feel your pain. I once had to have I'm trying to get a stress test completed. And you can't go with your Jewish friends. Okay, my one Jewish friend, I need somebody to stand in the room with me, right? So I'm on this thing, and I'm going, and all of a sudden he goes, I'm getting chest pains. And I go, you can't get chest pain. And he leaves me in the room by myself, and I can't be left alone. So they have to cancel out that stress test and order another stress test. So I asked my husband to come in, because at least it's my husband. Maybe he'll have some sense. And all of a sudden he says to me, I got to take this call, I'll be right back, and left me in the friggin' room, so I haven't had a stress test yet. I can't finish. And I know I'm stressed. I don't need to be stressed. I don't have a lineup, which is okay. He's doing it as we work. And it's interesting to see people develop, and I've seen so many personalities come out of this first performer. What I thought was very brave of him is that once starting here, he said, you know what? I'm going to start my own thing, and he did his own open mic, and I'm so proud of him. Woo! Yes, and we know him, as the nuns call him, Bobby F. Peterson. Let's hear it from Bobby.
Yeah. Woo! Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you. So, I'm going to talk a lot about I tonight, so thanks for telling me you hate that, because now I'm uncomfortable doing my bit. No, this was just to cover this, because this shirt is too tight and weird, but I ran out of blank white shirt, so.
Yeah. Get that hair.
Oh, yeah, awesome. So, I've been, like Sunda said, I've been trying to develop. I've said a lot of stuff. It's been offensive, it's been weird, it's been very autistic and inhuman in a way, unfeeling, and I'm trying to learn. On paper, it's good. It's real fucking, like, wordplay and everything. It's really good, but I tend to write for a robot, not for people with feelings and all that. I don't relate, I don't connect well, and so it's okay, we're all imperfect, I'm perfect, whatever. But yeah, so I've been trying to say, it's kind of a joke, but I've for a long time just wanted to, like, help people who have issues with whatever is wrong with me, which is the wrong thing to do, feeling like there's something wrong with me. It's I've been looking for answers, developing myself, all this stuff. People thought COVID was crazy, that they were alone and everything. That's my life before COVID. I didn't hang out with people. And my friend Mike Moody, he says a lot of stuff that really resonates with me about how everyone's become their own, like they all want to fight for their own cause. And I've been trying to teach people by saying offensive things to, like, bring conversation out, which in a 5-minute or 10-minute, like, format is cool, but it's not effective, because I am really smart, and I pack a lot of information that I know into a little package that I expect other people to get, which is unrelatable. And comedy, you got to be relatable. So, like, my thing that I've come to this breakthrough, and I don't want to, like, I hate saying it, because I was pitching it to Jason earlier. I've been pitching it to people. I've been getting, some people tell me it's great. Some people don't really care. They're doing their own thing, and that's okay. But, like, I want to, like, the world's fucking weird. Everything's, like, confusing. Everyone's doing their own thing. We're separated by our want to be included, but we all want to be different. And I have, like, an alien take on things, because I've spent my whole life living by a code, like a punk code, honor, like all this shit, trying to be, like, real. And I don't, like, I hate saying this, because I feel like I'm saying it makes it inauthentic, and I don't want to sound like I'm trying to be Jesus, which is, I'm trying to be the next Beatles, better than Jesus and the Beatles. No, that's just, but, like, I have this very cold take on things, like a lizard brain. I guess that's what my lizard brain thing is about. It's this look on things from an outside point of view. I am a human, but I'm like autistic or something. I don't relate, and I think I have the answers, but I don't have the answers. I realize all these years I've been coming up with the questions, and this sound like I don't want to sound like I'm some self-help guy. Like I want to help people, but like my problem is my friend was telling me I'm coming at it from a point of superiority. But I have to come at it like, okay, so my idea is Bobby fucking Peterson wants to be a fucking person. I want to do a podcast where because I don't know how to relate to humans, so I can't save humanity until I understand humanity. So I want to interview like real ass people. I know, this is the thing, like, thank you. Honestly, I'm trying to be real. And it's fucking weird because it feels like I'm being like a narcissist. And yeah, I want to interview people, talk to people from my weird outsider point of view, not as some white guy from a place of privilege, but from an alien perspective, trying to learn. I want to learn from people what it is to be human, so that I can truly save humanity if it's possible. Most supervillains come to the conclusion we just got to start over. Superheroes, they're like, yeah, but there's something special about humans, you know. All the superheroes, they find something in humanity that's worth saving. And so like I feel like a supervillain sometimes because I'm like, the world there's just something wrong, I got to change it. But so I'm a supervillain bent on world unification. I want people to stop fighting about being this color, this political, whatever. Like, there's one point that I want to find. It's the unification point of being human, and I want to understand understanding. And so I don't know how to make this happen alone, and I want the world to. I like Jason was giving me the pricing, and if I'm gonna be brutally honest about everything, like I love it, but. That like it was good because I learned that I got to do some of this on my own because there's that creative part where if I'm bringing other people in, so I'm still gonna work with you. Anything I can do to like, I just don't want to hurt your feelings if I don't go with you guys, which is weird. I'm afraid of hurting people's feelings, which is why I'm doing this. Everyone's afraid of hurting feelings. They don't want to say anything, ask questions, do anything, and I have a hard time existing in reality. And I'm sure you humans are fucking sick of it too. I want to figure out what it's about, and I don't think I can change the world. That's impossible. It's fucking... But I can put a piece of the puzzle out there that I don't think exists. And prove that I haven't just been doing things my own way for so long for no point. I'm 39, and I've been like... Thank you. I've been living my own way, but it's like I've been taking in and getting a lot of input and learning and everything on my own, but it's time to put out. And so yeah, I got to prove that I'm not just some. Oh, so yeah, I'm not going to do my book bit, but like one of the new things I thought, I have delusions of hope. That's what my neighbor kind of put in my mind. It's not delusions of grandeur. It sounds like hope because I'm passionate about it, and I've never felt anything was important enough to talk about, like and this feels right, and I'm hoping I'm right. So I'd love to take you all on my journey, and I'm gonna figure this out. And I'm Bobby fucking Peterson. Thank you for listening to me.
Woo! Where do we find you, Bobby?
Oh, at Bobby fucking Peterson on Instagram.
There you go. Bobby, looking at the world from a unificational perspective is a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
I love the piece about the missing puzzle piece.
Yeah.
What did you say? You got the missing puzzle piece?
I have a piece of the puzzle that I think is missing, yeah.
That's a great line. I have a piece of the puzzle that I think is missing.
Oh.
Bobby F. Peterson. It's a nice quote.
Is it okay if I throw one more thing out there real quick?
Sure.
You take the E-T out of Peterson, you get person. So that's what my tagline is going to be.
And you can't spell Peterson without being a person.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what I do. You look so happy. You look like an old Jew already. It's terrible. He's like, oh, when am I going to have to go? And then she's going to be nudging me and telling me this and telling me that. And we always love to present to the stage our showcasers because, you know, the whole purpose of this entire class here is to get a 5 to 7 minute set. And the reason is because I know I do all kinds of things, but if they call me, I love when comedians say to me, I do something new every time. I don't have a set. Then they can't book you on certain shows because they have to clear it. They've got to vet it. They have to see what part you're doing. What are you doing? And when you go audition for clubs, it's usually a 5 minute set, but here we go for a 5 to 7 minute set. So we work first with your 5 and then, you know, you stretch. And I have to tell you, this guy coming up had fans on his first show. Let's give it up for Lee Schwarz, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. You have 2 minutes after the white light goes on.
Okay.
You have a lot of time.
All right. Well, I'm Lee Schwarz, and it's pretty good to be here again for third time.
Yeah.
Feels like at least, it feels like 3 times. 3 times is a charm. And, all right, I'll take it. So first time what really got me here was my girlfriend, and she's doing it again. She didn't drive me here. She just drives me out of the house. And so she's like, go, go, go. But before you go, I want you to take out the trash. I want you to do the dogs, wash the dogs. Like, there's a leak down there, and this is that, and that's that. And I'm like, well, that won't be going on. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. You don't know, but I don't know. But I'm just getting out, and I want to thank my girlfriend for doing that, you know. And she's not here, and I really hope, you know, she someday never comes, ever. Leave me alone, you know. This is some sort of safe haven, maybe. I don't know. But driving over here, look in the mirror. No, that doesn't look like her car. Wait, it's a similar one. No, it's not. I'm safe. I'm inside. I'm good. All right. Okay. So, but once in a while, she does help me out, which is good. Those rare times, like this morning, I guess. But it's like a combination of things. I'm running out, you know, trying to get ready, and not so much. Usually she asks again to do a million things in the morning. So regardless of how late I am or, you know, whatever, this time she didn't tell me to do a million things. It was just kind of lament about every terrible things that happened to her. And I was like, okay, all right. But I still have to go. I'm sorry, save it for later and write it down. You can text it to me or any which other way you'd like, and to bother me and ruin my day. But, you know, I mean, you know, whatever makes you feel good. You know, feels your day better than if I had a terrible day. You know. But anyway, so it wasn't that bad. So I'm running out though. It's always, you know, when you rush, a million things going on. And then I've done some really, I don't know, some terrible things trying to get out. But this was king of the worst terrible things that I could possibly do, honestly, where I work at schools, and this was up there. I mean, hope it never ever happens again. So I'm running out, and you know, I'm driving to school. I'm trying to get there right on time. Managed to just get there, go up the stairs, and I wear usually these types of pants, but there's a Velcro type thing here, and in a rush, you don't look, and my girlfriend's panties was just like hanging out right like that, God. You know, and going up the stairs to the school, you know, and late and I'm just praying, Lord, please, no one see this, no one. Like somehow, like my shirt maybe come down, and I'm like, no, and her panties are right there, and it's like, get off, and then I'm hoping I could go there, and if they get off, I'll just go there, and hopefully somehow they got there. I don't know, maybe I don't know. So I get right about the door, you know, get in the door, and then I'm like, what? Okay, run back to the car, and get in the car, throw it away, and just pray to God nobody saw that. and I still have a job, and maybe I do, maybe I don't. I'll find out. Who knows? Tomorrow I'll find out. You know, we saw you. You know, there's something hanging out of. What was that? No, I don't know. I don't know. That was someone else, not me. He's a weird guy that hangs around. I don't know who he is. But there's one thing she did tell me. She said, why don't you do meditation? You're stressed out, half a day of school, do meditation, go there, and then you maybe relax. Because maybe she cares, maybe, that I feel a little bit better. Maybe there's some chance, but little chance, very little chance. But anyway, I did do it. I did meditation, and it's a toss between yoga and meditation, because those are the things that people say are real good these days. Yoga, too complicated. Got to remember poses. Really, what's the down dog? Down dog, whatever, or creaming monkey. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. So I went in there, and it seemed okay. But then in the end, she's like, oh, you just relax, everything's good. She said, we're missing 2 people or so. They got injured. I was like, what is the wrong class? It's the wrong class. You're injured doing meditation. And then I'm thinking, wait a second, it's possible. You fall, so much, you fall off the chair, and you hurt yourself. See, but she said, no, that's not. So she's like, sit down, relax. All right. Just relax. It's going to be okay. Let it go. I want to go. Now. Get me out. This is terrible. I don't know when to shut my eyes, when to close my eyes. It's terrible. I'm done. Leave. Gotta go. That's it. I'm out. That's it. No more. Never. Maybe hot yoga or some sort of torturous other thing. Meditation. If it's meditation is the worst, then how's yoga? Horrible. Then yoga must be. I'll never survive. Hot yoga. I'll die. And that'll be that. That'll be peaceful. Okay, that's all for today. But thank you very much. My name's Lee Schwarz. Still I am. So I haven't changed anything. So I can be found just about everywhere. No, I can be found on Facebook.
Okay.
It's under hopeful people and chance of under Schwarz. Yeah, look under Schwarz. Under Lee Schwarz, just Lee Schwarz. Just Lee Schwarz. You got the first one. Yeah. How'd you manage? I don't know. I was the first Schwarz ever in. And I was the first Schwarz. I mean, the Schwarz would be with you. Yes, Schwarz be with me. Oh yeah, the Schwarz has left the room now. Sorry. Oh my God. We put him in. Okay. How about that? Yeah. How about that? You are unbelievable. Well, you know what? I got to tell you something. It's always nice to have a lady here. And it's time for her to get back up here. It's been a minute, and we never let her know that we're never going to forget the comedy of the one and only Cammy Bernett. Let's do this. Come on, Cammy! Oh.
Hey, all you beautiful naked people out there. You're probably wondering why I said that. Well, it's because it's a tactic that my grandmother taught me when I was younger. She said when I'm on stage and I'm nervous to pretend like everyone in the audience is naked. So that's what I'm doing. Speaking of naked, I know all about one-night stands. Okay? I basically come from 2 people who met only one time, but were too drunk to use a condom. My dad's name was Jim Beam. My mom's name was Bacardi. It was the 1960s, so there was all this free love flowing around. Unfortunately, my dad took off. Bastard, right? Right? Well, actually, I'm the bastard. You guys don't feel bad for me, really, because I have bastard privilege, okay? And I'm going to take advantage of this bastard privilege to get me ahead in my comedy life. So I don't have to sleep with the wrong people. Yes. I had a conversation with my mother when I was 8. I said, Mommy, where's my daddy? Who's my daddy? I don't know who he is. So she's at the kitchen sink. She's turned around like that. She goes, do you keep track of all your one-night stands? And then she walked away. Yeah, she did. I was like, I didn't know who Stan was. And all I knew at the time was I had a single nightstand right next to my bed. Yeah, that I did have. And I'm sure after it was all said and done, my parents both looked lovingly into each other's eyes, both pulling out a cigarette. So what's your name? You tell me yours first. I'm so glad I didn't walk into all that. I swam right out of my dad's balls. Yes, right out of his balls, yes. But it turned out to be a good thing because I found my dad on 23andMe. I connected with the first cousin who also was looking for her father. She knew my uncle's full name. Unlike me, I only knew my dad's first name was Jim. His name is James Taylor, but not the singer James Taylor. Gosh, I wish. It would be kind of cool to be a Nepo baby. I'd probably be a famous singer right now, but instead I'm a 55-year-old comic. Yeah, thank you. Oddly, two brothers found their two daughters at the same time, and the porn industry was changed forever. Yeah, speaking of porn, there's a lot of guys out here tonight. I know a lot of you guys watch way too much porn. Okay, I know you guys do. I know, and I hear about it up here on stage sometimes, right? Okay, so my concern is, are you guys getting enough vitamins? Because each time you ejaculate, you lose lots of vitamins and minerals and zinc, okay? I know it's pretty gross to say, but I'm just being honest, right? Okay, so I decided to do some research on the ingredients in semen.
Nice.
My old lady glasses on so I can read. Okay, hold on a second.
Those are fabulous.
I love them.
Thank you. Oh, you like my glasses?
Yeah. She's our first one.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, the ingredients in semen, ladies, this is also for you too, because this stuff either goes inside of you, on your body, or all over your face. And when I tell you, the ingredients in this mega anti-serum cream, you're going to want to smear it all over your face, morning and night. Yes. Yes. Okay. Ingredients in semen: zinc, vitamin C, vitamin B12, ascorbic acid, citric acid, lactic acid, fructose, calcium, magnesium, potassium, sodium, fat. I thought semen was fat-free. Okay, well, I won't be drinking that anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And hundreds of different proteins. So the next time you're going to remember me and what I just told you, the next time you get your groove on, you're welcome in advance. Yeah. Well, I got some new material I'm going to use tonight. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm twice divorced. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Some people would say that I'm a 2-time winner. Yeah, and practice makes perfect. And 3's a charm. So I'm going to go with all that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going through a severe drought right now, sadly. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand why they call it a drought when the river's a-flowing, right? I don't know. But there are times when I get so lonely, I'll go to a coffee shop just to hear someone scream my name out loud. Yeah, and sometimes I'll go in line a second time just so I can hear my name screamed twice. Yeah, right. 2 months ago, well, during the summer, it was like 2 months ago, I was at a pool party with some friends. And we were eating nice food, drinking cocktails, playing Marco Polo. Do you guys remember that? Who doesn't know Marco Polo? Anybody? Okay. Well, anyways, we were playing that game. I decided I want to get out of the pool and take a selfie because it had been a long time since my fans on social media have seen me in a bikini. Yeah. So I got up, and I was in good shape, looking real good and everything. So I got up there, and my boobs were perky, my booty was popping. So I got the phone up here, and I'm taking all these pictures, duck lips and all. I found the best one, and I fixed it up a little bit. threw it out on Instagram. No more than 2 minutes, I got a message from a guy. I didn't know who he was. He says, he says, "Are you a man?" Yeah, I still have it. I can show you. It's in my Instagram. I kept it. And I said, "Who would you like me to be?" So I'm here waiting. Well, he never responded, ever. Not good for someone who's going through a drought. So that wasn't so good. Well, I turned 55 recently, and thank you. I can eat at Denny's senior menu. On the senior menu right now, and decided to get a colonoscopy. So I'm sure you know what that is. They check for colorectal cancer, knock you out, and you have your butt in the air like that. They put those cameras in there, and they're going around looking, making sure you don't have any polyps, and they, like a Pac-Man. But you know what? That was the most attention I've had in this general region in a very long time. So from the coffee shop to the booty doctor, I had 2 dates in 24 hours. Yay for me, right? Oh my gosh. As most of you know, dating in LA is just treacherous. It's just crazy, especially for someone my age. Okay, a middle-aged woman here. But I have to say, being a middle-aged woman like myself, I can date a man or his son. And thank God for Viagra, because I can date them both, as long as they don't mind, Yeah, so recently, probably like last month, my bestie and I decided to go to a club, okay? We decided to go dancing. We love dancing. We used to dance in high school. So I went to a club, and they had 80s music downstairs. So we're sitting here dancing to 80s music. That was my jam in high school, right? So anyways, love the 80s. And then we went upstairs, and they had, the DJ was house music. So we're dancing, right? Oh, it was so good. So we got all sweaty and everything, and we just, oh my gosh. I thought we were going to need a shower when we got home. So anyway, it was 12:30. And we thought, you know what, let's just go home, because we wanted to wake up the next morning to go on a hike. So we walked out. We heard, "Mom!"
Oh.
We looked at each other, and I'm going, none of our sons were here. And we were one of the oldest ones there, too, except downstairs where the 80s people were. And, "Mom!" And I turned around, I went, and he's all, "Come back, we want to buy you a drink." And I'm like, "Dude, you just called me mom." Okay, you did not come out of my vagina, and you're definitely not getting in. So you have a good evening. So we walked out. So I'm taking my friend. My friend's all, "No, please, let's go back. Come on, let's go back. Those guys are so hot." I said, "No, the last time we went out, you had a one-night stand with a 30-year-old. You hated it and said it was terrible." He wasn't present. And the reason why young guys are not so present in bed is because they are texting while they're sexting. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Woo! Where do we find you?
You can find me on all social media. Cammy Bernett. KAMMYBURNETT. Thank you.
Thank you, Candy. Oh my God. You're going to have to do me a favor. Because when I bring up Samantha, I need you to hold this. I need somebody to hold that for her. Which reminds me, by the way, I took my daughter at a very young age to see, what do you call it? Magic Mike. Are you in the bathroom? You coming back? Is it Magic Mike?
Shouldn't be.
Yeah, the stripper thing.
Yeah.
Magic Mike.
Right, so I let her wear makeup so she can come with me to the movies, the oldest one, and that's the worst thing to hear in public is Mom. It just really sucks. She goes, "You missed the best part. You were sleeping." But when I don't have that daughter there, I have the middle child. I have my middle child's in England. I have my my queen of comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the comedy of Samantha Linderman.
Thank you so much, everybody. What a fabulous night. I'm trying to be more present. I'm not trying to save the world like this motherfucker. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to come out here with any crazy claims, okay? I'm not a Facebook virus. I'm not about to save the world. But I am trying to be more present. You know how cool it is to have someone go, here's the comedy of you, you know? Instead of just, shh. How nice that is. The comedy of... Oh, me? That's comedy? Because before it got me a... what is it? There's a excellent, satisfactory, and unsatisfactory for your behavior in school. Yeah. That was hilarious. They didn't tell us about that in elementary or anything. I mean, we had red, yellow, green cards. Damn, they really treat us like that. Like we're a car. Go, leave. You guys, did you have that in elementary school? Those little things, it was your name and you had a stick. Oh my God, well you had something else. I can't touch on that, but no, that too. Yeah, the ruler, right. No, I'm talking about a different stick. Not that stick, no. But that was crazy. I remember I used to tutor some kids in reading, and it sucks if you can't read. It's really hard. I mean, past a certain age and kids are getting taller. They're gonna be like, can she go to the movies? You can be like, she can't even fucking read. She is 11, which is not the new 16, you motherfuckers. I'm saying you're trying to make these kids grow up too fast. Let them be kids. Yes. Just let them be kids. And let kids make mistakes. They're making mistakes on social media, but you would too if you were their age then and not you now. We are. No, sorry, I was going to just keep making a sentence till. I said, how long can I have them think this is a sentence that's going to end right? Who, when, how, where? It's all about confidence. No, that's so hard when you distract yourself. And that's not a euphemism, right? No, I'm looking at myself in that camera. I don't know why I wore yellow. Thank you guys. So sweet. Canary. Comedy. Oh no, but I tutor kids in reading. Really hard if you can't read. You're 12, you can't read. Oh, that's where I was at. I mean, you can't do anything. You cannot do anything. Comic books, got the word book in it, right off the bat, done. Even in movies are trying to make you read now too. You're bored in the car, can't read the billboards. It's getting sad, I'll stop. But I helped. I tried to help. Again, I'm not saving the world, but one kid at a time, you know? And it was awesome. Except there was one kid who every time he would see me, he would start running. He'd go, not today! And I'm like, oh my God. He was an English learner too. So they're like, out of all the words, it was either yes or not now. No, next year I'm tutoring another kid, he'd start running. I'm like, my hands are literally up like this. I'm like, because the kid sees you and it looks like they're having a fucking war flashback. I'm like, all we did was talk. And mostly it was even him talking. The moon's outside. Yeah. The moon's outside. Oh no, I'm not talking about, that's what the kid would do. Oh. And it's 3 p.m. Well, what do you think about the moon's outside? I'm like, okay. Yes, yay. They gave me a girl who like was like they pulled me aside about her. Like she's a tough case. You know what I mean? Because she's one of those kids who it's not like I don't want to read. It's like, well, my grandma died, and my aunt tried to come, but her leg fell off, and my mom said, you're gonna have to hold her nub with one hand and the coffin with another. You know, but she's so honest. You know, I just made that up right now. Thank you so much. I made that up right now. Call me Edgar Allan, but I'm not no Poe. Oh my God, I'll stop with the puns. But she was great. Like, you know, kids, just like everybody else, they love self-deprecation. That one really gets them. Where it's like sometimes I would pretend I didn't know the word either. That helps them feel better. I'm like, this one real hard, you know, when they're talking about no, like you know, not like no, and they're like, why is there a K there? I'd be like, honestly, I'm glad you asked. I was gonna ask you, because I don't know. The worst is just when he went in his pants and didn't tell me.
What?
He just did, and I'm like, I know you know those words. I know you know pee pee poo poo. Like I know that you, because the universal language is, like, that's when you know. My dad says farts are the universal language, and then Sunda's really anti-fart, so it's hard. My worlds don't collide there. That's more nature versus nurture. For my nature. I was describing something as a fart. You know, oversharing can feel like a fart, but I feel like I'm excited if one day, you know, the next partner I have, if I have a boyfriend, I'm excited to be like, it works when I came up with it naturally, as does every fart. But I want to be like, oh, sorry, that's my boyfriend, you know, because I know I'm going to say that, you know, because men, you know, a little bit, like, oh, I'm sorry. I've just heard girls say that. Oh, sorry, my boyfriend's so crazy. Sorry, my boyfriend does that all the time. Sorry. It just sounds like a fart. Just if you take out the word boyfriend, replace fart. I just love stuff like that, you know. But women do say sorry a lot. I've complimented a woman. She goes, sorry, you know. I love your hair. I'm sorry you had to look at me in the daylight. I was like, wow, Grandma. What is wrong with you? My grandma fell, and my Zadie had to pick her up. And I was like, didn't know you could do that this whole time. We're all bringing you stuff, and here you are picking up Grandma. It was like one of those things where it was like, is it the adrenaline? Is it the mom saving the baby under the car? Or is this him being an asshole this whole time? In the wheelchair, he picked her up. I was like, did I hear that right? Is there a miracle? Nobody loves gospel music more than my Jewish father. At any given moment. Oh, that's what he does. Shell, stop it! Stop it! That's my mom. She hates when he breaks out into song. Again, there's just like two different conflicting things. My mom too, she would hate when I would armpit fart. She hated it. She goes, it's not ladylike. And I'm like in the mall parking lot like, this is me! I'm wearing suspenders! Why? They were trending for a little bit in about 2013. So check that out. Check that out. You know who wears suspenders? My grandfather. And we should all be thankful for that. You know, because sometimes it's like, if it doesn't happen, it's like, what do you say? It sucks as we're doing prayers, and he's older now, so his voice is slow. So he goes, and so loud. He doesn't ask you anything, doesn't say anything to you, unless it's rummy cue. He goes, your turn, your turn. I'm like, again, I didn't even know you were in the conversation. But you know it's my turn? What's wrong with you? You got nothing but time right now to play rummy cue. Wow. No, but we're praying, and he's like, bah, and everybody starts laughing, and I'm like, I can't. Because I remember what he was like before that. I think he's gonna snap. But no, I love the older people. My parents are older too, and I love them. I support old people, and I really feel like I'll end on this. I wish we could help old people with their groceries. I feel like everyone's very scared. You know, I feel like if I walked up to an old person, I was like, "Let me help you." You know, I have old neighbors. My old neighbor, she knows my dad, and she goes, "You're so sweet, not like your father." She's Russian. She's great. Tatiana, I hope you're watching. That's not the camera. I'm just looking to the light. But give it up for you guys. This has been a fantastic night.
Yes.
And give it up for Sunda Kronquist. You should come to our show on Sunday night.
Yes.
Name that comic.
Yes.
Shout out the live streams, you guys. TikTok is blowing up right now. Yes. Anyways, 291 South Los Angeles Boulevard. Name that comic show. Comedians you know and ones you'll be excited that you know now. So give it up for the one, the only Sunda Kronquist.
Wait a minute, I can find a club that's hidden. The other night, this guy says this is like a mafia Frank Sinatra joint.
Yeah.
And I was just like, why would you make that referral and talk to me? Well, Les, we hope you enjoyed the show. Are you wanted to go up tonight?
I
Yes, he does.
have good friends back
Oh.
to run. I'm trapped. You're from New York.
It's $10 if you want to go up.
You already paid.
Whatever it is.
Well, then get your ass up here.
Hell yes.
Yeah, we're not talking about West. We're talking.
Is this actually going somewhere?
It's
'Cause
live on.
I've signed an NDA with some place I work at. I'm not really sure what the hell the legals are.
It's live.
Maybe I'll put my jacket and they won't recognize me. Yeah.
That's gonna work.
Thank you.
There you go. Let's give it up for Les.
Yes.
Single
light?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You said I get 6-7 hours, would you say?
You got 10 minutes. A light at 2.
Oh, it's yours. I'm
Yeah,
so
well,
sorry.
Hi.
It's here.
Shit. Y'all are awesome.
You are okay.
Gosh. I just lied to my entire. How you doing? Who's in charge of this house here? Are all of these people here necessary? I'm a little nervous. So this is not therapy, right? Oh, you know what I was going to tell you, bro?
What's that?
You may not change the world, but you can change yours. Absolutely. You're awesome. So, I'm English third language. Sorry for all my Hispanic friends. Born in a refugee camp in Austria. My family's from Hungary. My Russian neighbors came in uninvited with tanks, just like they did in Ukraine. Third of the population left. My father met my mother in a refugee camp in Kaiser-Ebersdorf, Austria. So I'm talking Hungarian for the family, German for the country. We come to New York when I'm 6, and I'm talking like this now. Wow. So I've been married 26 years. I don't deserve this woman. Little background on me. My dad was a shoemaker. I grew up in the back of his shop. We didn't have an apartment until I was 12. Didn't know we were poor because we were kids. I saw Fifth Avenue apartment buildings, and, you know, but it was nice growing up in New York back then. Been out here, mostly Redondo Beach, 15 years. Fantastic wife. So, yeah, I don't know why all of my married friends think they have the same lousy relationship that they have with their wives. So I love my friends, but there's certain rules, I think, for if you're married, if you're not married, like what the rules, and they change. I really believe this because my father said it, so it must be true. I'm a single guy. I get married. I don't really go out with my friends out into the world. They're looking for something different. Married women should not hang out with divorced women. Because you might appear to be happy. I'm sorry, can I say that? Fuck. Okay, a few things. Gotcha, huh? Okay, just checking. I need to get to know you. You're a fascinating lady.
Really not.
Yeah, so that's it. Is there any more? Yes, I've been working in clubs for 26 years. I've seen some things. But I can't really talk about them because I signed this thing. So can I talk about it if I don't say what it is, where it is?
Yeah.
Can I name the celebrity people that it's about?
That's what you rhyme, give hints.
Can I just name the song that he's famous for? I don't know.
Yes.
With you, with you, with you, with you. Anyway, so I'm working and it's outside patio, it's smoking section, and, you know, working there, smoking is a very social thing. So if there's everybody's there smoking, I'm furniture. If no one's out there, just me, I am the most fascinating creature on the planet. So there's a guy, good-looking black. I'm also a photographer. I teach karate. I'm Googleable. No, really. Oh, that's what a heckler is. I get down. So anyway, I've been toying with this idea. I'm really good like this, but like this, oh shit. There's a difference. But I'm really good with, like, you know, a bunch of guys would be there and say, hey, you know, it's 5 guys, hey. All the shady characters. Now, this is a very fancy place. If I want to take my wife there, I got to sell my car. It's how expensive it is. Billionaires and celebrities, I swear. If I told you the name, you'd know, and then I'd be, you know, I'm from New York. You always got to keep a shovel in the trunk of your car, you know. So I wear a jacket. I'm from New York. Maybe a little arrogant, I think my wife says. So everybody knows I'm Italian. Dude, my ancestors beat the Romans. We're Hungarian. Attila the Hun. I think we invented rob, rape, and pillage So there were a lot of jokes before I got up here. This is fantastic. I was talking to a singer, and he's well known, and I said, performing is addictive, and he says, you have no idea.
Yes!
So I used to work in New York. I can talk about those places. Limelight, I was there opening night, New York City. Worked there for 3 years. China Club, Stringfellows, Club USA, Tunnel, Palladium. If you've been to any of those places, I probably didn't let you in. A lot of doorman jokes. Sir, yes, don't you know who I am? Sir, what's really important is that you know who you are. So what, 43 more minutes. Thank you. You know how I know where this place is? Because that guy was walking in here with a little nightstand, and I followed him. You went to the car twice. I saw you. Yeah, I'm from New York.
I saw you too.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because you know we all look alike.
I stood up in your car pretty tall.
That's right. Gotta watch it. Never held a mic before. So I was going to launch my stand-up comedy career May 17th in the big town of Akron, New York. Population 2,000. My cousin has a bar there. And I thought, so I met a comedian 3 weeks ago. He said, you got to do it. I'm like, what do I do? Read the comedy Bible. 26 hours later, I had to listen to the entire thing. Judy, well, anyway, if you don't know anything, let me tell you something. It was really good advice. Here's what she says. Put an act together, perform, bomb, cry, eat pizza, do it again. Okay, I can do that. I can do it. Sorry. Did I mess up by bringing her up? I'm sorry. I'm just my experience. I'm very sorry.
I love her.
So, I like, anybody like rap music besides me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you know how to tell the difference between like a really, so I won't tell you how old I am, but I'm way older than you, darling. Yeah. I don't even think about who's living in this old ass body. So, you know how to tell the difference between an up and rising, up and coming rap person and someone who's really made it? You ask him what time it is. The up and coming guy's going to whip out his phone and say, yeah, it's 12:37. The other guy's going to look at his $400,000 watch. I swear to you. So, okay. So can I ask you a question? There he is with the watch. This is the guy to ask because he's successful. And he can give me permission. I said, if you look really carefully, you'll see that I'm a white man. He said, I've seen white men before. I said to him, can I ask you if I'm at home alone and I go in the bathroom and I lock the door, can I sing the N-word? He says, are you sure that door is locked, boy? This is true, okay? 2 months later, I asked another guy, a little older, same question, right down to there. Say, can I, if I'm in the bathroom with the door locked, can I sing the N-word? He goes, God is watching you all the time. Oh, this is, okay. Shit, this will help. Okay. I've had some incredible experiences with some awesome people out there. And I'll tell you one, because as a New Yorker. I'm there, and there's a very good-looking young man. He's a very successful singer. I used to think he used to beat up Rihanna, but I can't say his name. No, I only know this because my daughter's telling me. You see, I'm 66 years old. Don't lie to me, okay? Can you... Shit. Oh, I forgot to ask you to record this for me.
It's recorded. Don't worry about it.
Shit, CIA. Okay. Where was I?
Somebody beat up Rihanna, your daughter. Told you.
Oh, yeah. So... Joe pays attention. I'm going to be careful. So anyway, that guy, good looking. See, I don't know why black guys get tattoos because you can't really see him, but there it is. He's got his foot up on the thing, smoking a cigarette. Good looking. I'm just talking to him. I have no idea who the guy is. But I got the barbacks and busboys on pace. See, if they point out a celebrity who I don't know who it was, and they tell me, then I give them $10. So I'm talking to this guy for 20 minutes because there's nobody else out there. I'm really popular, and he says, busboy comes on, Mr. Les, that's Chris, something like that, yeah. I was like, even I heard of that guy. So, 3 beautiful, tall, white. You know Barbie? You know she exists? Oh, baby. I've seen supermodels I will not touch. I have 26 years invested with this amazing woman who's given me 3 wonderful children. Oh, shit, the light's on. Okay, well, let me tell you the good one, because that's what I should do. I've been married 26 years, and I was talking to my wife last week. I said, honey, we've been together a long time, and you've given me 3 wonderful children, but I really, really, really feel used. I was like, why? I said, look, the kids are great, everything's wonderful, but, after you have me for children, the closest you let me get to you now is to hold the other end of the hymn book in church. It's not a joke, don't laugh. It's sad. I want to thank you. Holy crap, I did it. Yeah! I didn't need my heart medication. Yeah. And thank you.
Where do we find you on social media?
We'll think of it next It's Instagram, but I don't know what it is.
Okay.
It's my name.
We'll know. And tell them
yes,
your name.
ma'am. Shit. Les, Harry, but I'm going to go by the name of Rex, because I wreck everything my way.
There you go. Hungarians are so crazy. They're crazy Hungarians. You know that, right? The craziest.
There's some.
You too, right?
A little bit.
Oh my God, Hungarians are not only crazy, they get anxious, they get nuts. You're talking about one night stands, father leaving. It feels like I'm in a room of abandonment. My parents broke up too. And I had a one night stand. I woke up, he had a star in his tooth. I said, how the hell did you get here? He said, you drove me. And he didn't speak English. I mean, it was just crazy. That was just some insane times, man. Those were fun times. I know what shoes I tore up at the Limelight, so I remember the Limelight. It's a church, and I thought I was going to be going to hell for having a good time. But you guys aren't, and if you guys are watching and people tell you you're funny, you probably are, but you won't know until you take it like Les from the page to the stage. And we hope that you follow us on social media. I'm Sunda at Sunda Live, and of course at LA School of Comedy. Samantha Linderman, Jason Ham, and Ryan Benson. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays here, 6:30, Saturday, 7 o'clock show. Thank you, Jason.